This is Module 6 on motor vehicle and traffic control hazards. Unlike closed production sets, many times the roadway is not a closed environment. Preventing work-related vehicular accidents requires strategies that combine traffic safety principles and sound safety management practices. This material was produced under grant number SH05146-SH9 from the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, U.S. Department of Labor. It does not necessarily reflect the views or policies of the U.S. Department of Labor, nor does the mention of trade names, commercial products, or organizations imply endorsement by the U.S. government. Upon completion of this session, the participant should be able to identify hazards associated with motor vehicle use and identify methods to control traffic in and near a production area. Have you been required to drive a motor vehicle or assist with traffic control during a production? Promote safe driving behavior by providing safety information to workers and by setting and enforcing driver safety policies. Assign a key member of the management team responsibility and authority to set and enforce a comprehensive driver safety policy. Provide training to workers operating specialized motor vehicles or equipment, and emphasize to workers the need to follow safe driving practices on and off the job. Whether driving on camera for a scene or delivering supplies to a production set, workers should follow safe driving practices always. Simple actions by all passenger vehicle drivers and motorcyclists can help to avoid problems. Buckle up. Using a safety belt is one of the easiest and most important things you can do to save lives. Stay focused. If you need to attend to anything except driving, get off the road and stop. Driving distracted is extremely dangerous. Be patient. Honking, driving aggressively, or weaving through traffic can cause dangerous distractions and crashes. Never drive under the influence. Alcohol and other drugs impair judgment and reaction time. All workers who will work in and around roadways while participating in production activities need to be aware of the hazards associated with vehicular exposure. Production areas need traffic controls identified by signs, cones, barrels, and barriers. Drivers, employees on foot, and pedestrians must be able to see and understand the proper routes. It is important to develop and use a site plan that provides traffic flow details. Include the use of flaggers, traffic cones, and/or highway channeling devices to steer traffic away from the production area along the roadway. Production areas that require traffic control present many hazards like lane shifts, sudden stops, moving workers and equipment, and confused passenger vehicle drivers. Give motorists plenty of warning of upcoming production zones. Place the first warning signs at a distance calculated as 4 to 8 times in feet the speed limit in miles per hour. Use a higher multiplier for higher speed areas. For example, a 15 mile per hour road should have its first warning sign at least 60 feet away from the work zone, while a work zone needed in a 65 mile per hour zone should have its first sign approximately 520 feet away. Employers should perform a hazard analysis to decide which performance class of high visibility safety apparel and headwear is needed based on the work conditions anticipated. Make sure to take into account the closeness of the production area to traffic, time of day, night, weather, complexity of the background environment, and traffic speed. This analysis is part of the required PPE assessment. When installing lighting within a production zone, ensure proper illumination for the workspace while also controlling glare so as not to blind workers and passing motorists. When feasible, lower the height of the lighting equipment to reduce glare for motorists. Also consider using glare-free light balloons or glare screens. Once the work activities have been identified, it is necessary to determine the type of lighting source to use. Based on the planned work activities and whether the work is mobile, stationary, or long duration, a lighting source using balloon luminaries, portable light plant towers, or roadway luminaries should be chosen. Make sure to include locations of key items from the traffic control plan and other site locations such as lane drop details, on-site obstructions, existing street lighting, and lane shifts in the lighting plan. Also locate any flagger or spotter stations on the layout and provide for lighting their station. These are the resources for this module.